We're back again, hanging with Andrew, hanging with Cody Cravens. We're here actually in one of his commercial listings. So we're talking about how you're a rock star, and I hang out with a lot of amazing agents, and you are on the list, right? But not a lot of agents, and maybe some of them want to get into commercial real estate like you have. And like when I think of commercial real estate, there's a few names in New Braunfels where we live that you see the signs, right? Mm-hmm. But now I pulled up and I see Cody Cravens sign. The only thing it's missing is that good looking face right there, bro.
No, and props. Keep in mind, this one's listed also with my partner, Michael McCall as well, but he's down in Lavernia.
Okay.
And so we came in on this one together. But yeah, no, commercial is a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing commercial real estate, and I'm hoping that we get a lot more in the future as well.
Yeah. Well, you got this one, and you got some other. What's the thing that used to be the daycare, right there on Union?
Yeah. We sold that one. I believe that was 115 North Union.
Yeah.
Used to be a daycare. Those buyers came in from Austin, and they pretty much just bought that property for the raw dirt for that location.
Yeah.
And it's a great location. Obviously, it's a prime location over there, but that was a good one. And then this is a great location as well for Seguin.
Yeah.
I just under 300 foot of highway frontage, and it sits on an acre and a half of commercial real estate, fully paved parking.
Yeah.
And the building itself is around 7,900 square feet. Completely turnkey, chairs, tables.
Right, yeah.
Fully furnished kitchen. It's ready to make money starting tomorrow. So,
dude,
it's a great potential investment opportunity for the right person for sure.
Yeah, and it looks super nice, like updated, and the furniture's great. The look is good. You get the vibe of a Mexican restaurant when you come in. They got a little fountain and all that stuff right there in the I don't know, entryway or whatever you call it, the door when you walk in. But it's probably going to sell today anyway. So
we hope so.
You're watching this, it's probably too late because it's probably already sold. But
yeah, I hope so. I just got off a phone call, so we'll see. But
yeah,
but no, it's great. It's great. I mean, this location used to be the El Ranchito location, and then they moved down the road here in Seguin, and it's had a couple of other operations in here, but it does still give off that like Mexican restaurant vibe. The current owner's gone in and he added all the black paint and trim and the exterior paint as well. He's done a lot of renovations on the property as well to make it fully turnkey, and it's a great opportunity for someone.
Yeah.
So anxious to get it sold.
So tell me a little bit about like your real estate commercial journey. Like this is obviously a restaurant, but they're not all like restaurants. Like what was the last one you did before this? What type of business, or was it? Do you sell commercial? And I'm asking you too many questions at one time, but like, do you sell commercial real estate as commercial land only as well? Or no? Is that real? Or do you just sell land and then they can zone it for commercial or whatever?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's different ways you can go about it, but I mean, of course there's just lots, right, that are raw dirt, mm-hmm. that are zoned commercial. A lot of times along the corridors of like the highway corridors, everything's going to be zoned commercial. And then you get into different commercial zoning too. Like you have C1, C2, C3, and each one of those, provides an opportunity for different business styles or, business types and asset classes to come in. But yeah, I mean, I've done daycares, I've done offices, I've done a lot of industrial flex space leases as well. So I do commercial leasing.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep. That's I enjoy that one a lot. I feel like there's a big demand in this area for sure. Industrial flex space, and that's why you're starting to see more and more of it being built. But I enjoy doing that asset class. Honestly, restaurant's going to be a newer one for me. So I'm excited for the opportunity to kind of learn as we get this one sold. But that's why we have an advisory team, that we rely on heavily when it comes to operating the restaurant business side of things. So, but yeah, commercial is a lot of fun. It's definitely more about the numbers, right? I mean, you do coming from the residential side, which I still do, plenty of.
Oh yeah.
On the residential side, you have more emotions involved, is what I've experienced.
Yeah.
And then on the commercial side, it's more about the numbers, right? I mean, if you're overpriced or underpriced, I mean, you're gonna see you'll be able to tell right away in the commercial world, because at the end of the day, it could be the perfect location for someone. But if they come in and when they run the numbers, if the numbers don't make sense, they're just not going to do it. So
Yeah.
that's the nice part about commercial, is it's really all down to the numbers. So I enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah. It's maybe it's a nice break from, not that you don't enjoy the residential side and helping families build their future legacies and memories and stuff, right? But
yeah,
you get both worlds.
Yeah, and honestly, now that we're on the topic, I was actually talking to Mark Hampton the other day in New Braunfels about this. I've had people tell me, like, you really need to niche down. Do you want to do commercial or do you want to do residential? And, when I think about it, I'm like, I really want to do both. I'm not necessarily, of course, we all have, bills to pay and families to take care of. So, making money is definitely the objective after helping people, of course. But, if you want to really niche down and just try to sell as much real estate as possible, and you're just looking at it from a transaction standpoint, it's probably better to niche down in the long run.
Right.
But when you're in the business like I am, and like I know you are, and the Calvinal team, of helping people, then, I'm open to helping people on the commercial side. I'm open to helping people on the residential side.
Yeah.
I just love helping people in general. And typically, if you lead your life that way, revenue is going to flow from that when you're intentionally trying to just help people.
Yeah.
And that's, the brokerage that I'm a part of, that I've been blessed to be a part of at JB Goodwin, that is his, that's the motto of the entire company, is just help people, period.
Yeah.
And so I've adopted that mindset from the moment I walk through the doors. And, it's a great way to live your life, in my opinion. And it's a great way to do business as well.
Yeah. And we'll transition that, because like on that topic is like helping people and essentially just loving people. Mm-hmm. I've been having a lot of conversations recently, and we're both men of faith, right? We Christ lovers, and I've been having some conversations lately of like, and I saw somebody post about it, and there's been a bunch of different things, but like, what you focus on expands, right? Like, so if you focus on things that you're worried about or fearful about or angry about, like that's just gonna fill more of your life. Mm-hmm. More of like, if you have a box, right? Essentially, like that box is gonna be full of anger and hate and whatever it is.
Yep.
Or you flip it, right? You focus on joy, you focus on serving, you focus on loving on people. Like, do those things disappear? No, they don't disappear, right. But they you don't give them life, essentially, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the thorns and the weeds or whatever. Like, okay, I'm not going to water them. Mm-hmm. I don't want those things to grow. I want this beautiful flower to grow. I want this producing fruit, right? I want fruit to be produced from what I'm like focusing on, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a great point. And the biggest thing is, like you said, hanging around the right people as well. I mean, that's a huge factor that I've come to find out. I know there's that saying where you are
you're the average of the five or whatever people that you hang around with.
Exactly. But it is true, right? And that's why I get so much joy with hanging out with you and just hanging out. There's so many good people in our industry, especially locally in our area. Your mindset changes when you're with people that have that growth mindset. You're in the business to love on people, to help people. Obviously, we all love our families. We want to take care of our families. But when you kind of get in that circle of just a bunch of great people, all want to help each other and succeed in this life and do the best we can, with what God has given us.
Yep.
I mean, your mindset is just so positive, and so many great things can come from that mindset. So I love that point that you just made.
Yeah, I was at picking up some Starbucks. No, they're not sponsored in this yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Anyway, but I was going through and I ordered like for a group, and anyway, the barista was at the window, and I was, just who I am. I'm like, hey, how's your morning going? Right? Well, that was going good until something like, she's like, something was messed up or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, like, don't let that affect your day. I was like, that's one little thing. I was like, you're still up, you're still alive and breathing. You know, I basically just encouraged her, right, and motivated her. That's what I do. That's just how I live my life. And she was like, man, you know what? You're right. I appreciate that. Like, you know, that's a good way to think about it. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, carry that on. Like, just continue to, like, you stub your toe.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, it hurts, but don't let it bother you for the rest of the day, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, you know, that's a great thing too. And not many people even take the time out of their day to have that small conversation with people.
Yeah.
When you hear comments like that, or you see someone's maybe struggling or having a hard time, and that, you know, that could have, for you were just being you, right? Your genuine self. But for her, after you drove off, she might have, you know, pondered on what you said for a little bit, and you know, that could have made her day, could have made her week. I mean, it could have changed her trajectory of that entire day.
Yeah, man.
You know, so it's like little small things like that where you're just coming from a place of love, and you know, you're just trying to be a good person and help people. I mean, great things come from that. And you know, like, you know, long story short, but like, she might one day want to come and get a mortgage from you, you know, and even though that wasn't the intention, you know, when you were being nice to her, but like, that's, if you're just looking at the business side of things too, like that's how business comes back to you. You know, you give and then you receive. I mean, that's the way the world works. That's the way God wanted the world to work, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. And that's one reason, one of the many reasons why I appreciate you so much, because you are so genuine all the time. You know, I love it. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. And I know there's many people, especially in New Braunfels, that would agree with me. So
I just love to like, I love to, I don't know, I just love to be positive. Right. And it's just, I don't know, it's difficult for me to be the other way. And I'm grateful that God made me that way. But like, anybody that I encounter, no matter if they're in our industry or not, you know, they could be, you know, a landscaper or, you know, roofer or whatever it is. Like, hey, like, things are gonna chip up, because like there's life in your words, right? Life and death. Like, you don't kill the future potential you have, right? Or don't kill the love that you do have. Like, focus on, like, I did something with a friend the other day. It was like, okay, what are you worried about, or what are you sad about, or what do you know, what's negative in your mind right now?
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now tell me some positive stuff. And that list was longer. And I'm like, cool. Like, look at this. Like, this is a long list and this is a short list. And you're worried about these two little things. And you have 8 things just right now that you can think about, that you're, you know, loved, you're blessed, you're healthy, your bills are paid. Like, you know, and not that that's the money's everything, but it's like, you focus on the positive stuff, and then you're going to win. Like, focus on, hey, if you're in sales like we are, right? Like, okay, cool. People that are interested in what I do, they're going to be coming my way. Is it going to happen instantly? No. You know, God's not a genie. I've said that before. Right. But, you know, I'm going to do what I can to, you know, look positively. Like, people right now are driving by this highway, seeing that J.B. Goodwin sign, and be like, okay, this is for sale? Man, I had a dream. I have a vision. Yep. I want this place. Man, this is perfect. I love Seguin. This is my home, and I can make this happen.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And I mean, it's just so draining when being surrounded by like negative people that are always pessimistic. Yeah. I mean, it drains me. Yeah. That's why, you know, I'm very selective on the circle, you know, that I typically hang out with, because it really feeds into your energy and your mood and everything, you know, and I want to be at like full potential all the time for my family, for my, you know, for work, for my friends, everything. And yeah, negative people, they have a tendency to draw you down, you know, so it's just so important the mindset in general is so important in life and business, you know, and your friendships and everything. It's such an important aspect. So.
Yeah. I don't know how I got it's just God. God just made me this way. I mean, I've read a bunch of books and seen a bunch of videos and been to conferences, and I enjoy them.
Yeah, absolutely. But, well, God made you that way, but also, I mean, God still gave you choices to make, and you've made a lot of great choices. You know, like, it's a choice every day to wake up and be in a good mood. Yeah. Right. So I think God gave you that opportunity, and you took the right opportunity. You said, you know what? I could go this way or I could go this way today. Each and every morning when you wake up, and every day you decide, you make the choice that you're going to be a positive person. You know, I think God leaves those choices up to you. So.
No, that's good. I mean, that's good. And but sometimes it's difficult, like, because if you have a friend or family member that you're like, you know, they're leaning more on the negative side or, you know, pessimistic. Like right. I'm the dictionary version of optimism, right? Like, cool, it's gonna work out, man. It's definitely gonna work out.
Right.
Speaking of, I want to share with you, and I'll share this on this video. I was talking to my wife the other day, and sometimes we have like crazy in-depth talks and God and Jesus and like life and work, and you know, we have goals and dreams and visions, right? Like we're about to have a baby here in the next month.
That's awesome.
All right.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you, man. And so I was watching this video, and it was a TikTok, and I don't even know who the lady was. It was some younger gal, probably in her 20s, and she was playing some song, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm on the cover of Times Magazine." I don't know who she is. And then I like, man, for whatever reason, I had like got like a feeling. I was like, man, like I think I could be on Times Magazine.
Yeah.
Like on the cover. Like I don't know exactly what for. Like I don't think it's going to be like I'm the best mortgage lender that ever lived.
Yeah.
It could be, but I don't know that it will be.
It could be.
But I'm like, I don't know. Like I think sometimes in life, like we can maybe like pigeonhole yourself or like put yourself in a smaller box of like, okay, I need to be great at this one little thing, right? But man, what God has for you, like, have you seen that picture image of like, you want to hold on, they said like a girl, like you want to hold on to the little teddy bear, and Jesus has a huge teddy bear right behind his back for you.
I haven't seen that one.
So it's like, sometimes you have to let go and let God like work in your life.
Right.
Because he has something greater for you.
Yeah.
And not that I'm never, going to get rid of doing mortgages. You know, I enjoy what I do, and I love hanging out with people like you and helping families like create the legacies and the memories that they're going to have in their homes. We talked about that earlier, right? Like
for sure.
The last family that you helped residential wise, right, buy that home, they got kids and, married or whatnot. Like they're going to spend Christmases and birthdays and all that there. Like that's part of my journey.
Right.
But I just have a feeling there's just something a little bit greater like out there that I don't even know yet. But I'm like, okay, God, cool.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, you're manifesting it.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. I believe it, and I could totally see it happening too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But on the point that you had mentioned about the families that we've helped, and they're going to spend like maybe their first Christmas or Thanksgiving in their home. Yeah. That's one thing that I love about the residential side.
That's cool.
And my broker mentions it, sometimes in the sales meeting as well. But just imagining, especially when they buy or close on a home right before the holidays. I always envision, especially if it's a young family, because we have three boys, pretty young family. Yeah. So I always imagine them waking up on like Thanksgiving Day and like I'm just envisioning in my head, them watching football and cooking and like just hanging out together as a family. And then same on Christmas morning, like the kids waking up and running, and I'm like envisioning them in the home that I just helped them purchase.
Right.
And it's so much more than just real estate. It's a lot of fun, and the relationships that are made, doing these deals together. I mean, it's more friendships when it's all said and done. There's so many clients that I've had where, when they reached out, I didn't know them at all. And then by the time we closed on the property, it was, we were friends for life. And, you keep up with these people and they keep up with me. And it's just, it's a lot of fun building relationships and especially in the real estate industry.
Right. Yeah. When people get their real estate license, I don't think they really think about that at first. They see like, what are the shows like $1 million listings or whatever?
Money, like I'm going to sell so much real estate. I'm going to sell luxury real estate, it's funny because real estate is so different than a lot of those shows you see on TV.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's a select few people that, may live their life the way that you see it portrayed on those shows. But yeah, real estate is it's way different than what you see on TV for the most part. Yeah. There's a lot of hustling going on. I know you do plenty of that.
Oh, yeah.
I do plenty of that. I know a lot of other, high producers that hustle their tail off and do a lot of things behind closed doors that, most people wouldn't ever see. trying to get leads and trying to make deals happen. And
Yeah.
it's just it's a whole lot going on that most people, kind of overlook or just are unaware that's going on. And, but that's why I love the business. There's so many intricate little pieces of a transaction or making a deal happen, especially in a market like we're in right now, where it's not extremely easy to bring a whole deal together and get it closed.
Right.
So I love that aspect of, I love being in like a dark room and just kind of like making everything happen while everybody is kind of relaxed and just thinking it's all going to work out, and making sure that it happens. And I know the Cav team, y'all do a phenomenal job of making things. I have personally firsthand been in some deals where, things look like they may not work out and y'all make it look seamless, and I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy.
One thing, G, I don't know if you've met G, he works at Vista, but he shared, he's like, it's almost like, the car, like if you're riding in like a, let's just say an Escalade, like it's smooth, right? Even if you go over bumps or Toyota or whatever you want to call it, right? Like all the, suspension and all that stuff is working. And that's like us, like behind the scenes, like, but you as the home buyer or the seller, right? It's just a smooth ride.
Right. Yep.
But we're hustling and we're working and it helps that, the experience helps. We shared this the other day on another interview, like the team work that we have also helps with like, cause it's not just Matt, it's not just Alicia, it's not just me.
Right.
It's all the three of us. We represent our team, our company. And so we're always working on all of our deals together.
Absolutely. Y'all have a well-oiled machine going on over there. And I mean, it takes time to create a team that works so well together. But I mean, y'all seem to be doing a great job. I know y'all do a great job.
Appreciate it.
But it's when you find a team that, y'all are like family. Like I saw the video the other day. I forgot which one it was, but you had mentioned your name. And Matt was
Kavanaugh.
like, Andrew Kavanaugh, Ramon. I started laughing so hard when I saw that because it is, to me, it is true. Like I feel like y'all are our family. Yeah. So I love that. But
I was talking to somebody yesterday about that too. I was like, it's just like I would never like. Now I'm licensed and I can do whatever I want, but I wouldn't ever want to leave them. Like it's just. They're too like important to me, like just like my family, where it's like I couldn't have the same. It's like your loyalty to your sports team is it's just a bad example, but like, I can't wear the Eagles green. I'm a Cowboy fan, right? I would never put that on, right? And it's just like almost the same way, maybe even greater. Like I can't, like I don't have the love or the passion for other like companies like I do for them. And not that I don't love other mortgage loan officers out there. Yeah. I love all of them that I meet and that I have conversations with and we share and collaborate. But I don't see myself like leaving like I'm a diehard, Chick-fil-A guy. I can never work at McDonald's,
right.
Kind of like that.
No, I feel you. I mean, I think it's a couple of things. Like one, I think you're a loyal person in general. Like you're a loyal friend, you're a loyal person. And then on the flip side of that, Matt and Alicia are amazing people to work with as well. So together, collectively, y'all make a great team. And I mean, why would you want to leave that situation? I mean, I kind of feel the same about JB Goodwin. Like, of course, as a realtor, you have opportunities. You can go anywhere, and there's a lot of different, real estate models, and different way to make money and support your family. But at the end of the day, I love what JB Goodwin's all about. We continuously win top workplace every year as well, and there's a reason for that. I mean, the culture at JB Goodwin is top notch, and it's just a great place to work. So when I have people, this time of year especially, you start getting recruited from other people. Right. I tell them like I'm extremely happy where I'm at. And that's the thing in life. If you're happy, content, and you're fulfilling everything that you've ever wanted to do in the business, I mean, I don't see a reason to leave that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're greatly successful. You have the freedom to be with your children and all the things that they do, to spend time with your wife, to go on vacations, and you're having fun doing it and helping families build legacies. I mean, I think you're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Well, awesome. Well, any closing statements for this time? This is a redo for
Okay.
Cody because
yeah.
he the last time he was interviewed, he was at a different angle.
Yeah, the
on a
angle wasn't
massage
so
chair.
friendly. My my double and possibly third chin was kind of showing its head, so I had to change the angle on this one. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy hanging out and talking with you, but hey, listen to see. What's give me like a I don't know, a motivational quote or a word of wisdom for somebody out there, just something that's on your heart.
Something that's on my heart. Well, the first thing that comes to mind, maybe not necessarily a motivational quote, but maybe this will be a little piece of advice for someone in sales or trying to get into real estate. And so I'll just put it at that. One thing that I've always led my business by is always be more interested in the person that, say, you're having a conversation with, rather than trying to get them interested in you. So, I mean, in every conversation, I always try to, just listen. That's the biggest thing you can do, is just listen to the person across the table, make eye contact, and just really listen to what they're telling you. And at the end of the day, business could come from that.
Right.
But just be respectful and listen to the person across the table from you. And show interest in them, show interest into their lifestyle, their family. What are they interested in? What hobbies do they like? What cars do they like? What cars do they drive? Everything. And at the end of the day, I think that's a great way to build a relationship, but also a great way to build a business, purely off of that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
So just a little, I guess, business strategy.
Yeah, and I heard that. I mean, I think I actually heard this at church too. Was like, God gave you 2 ears and one mouth for a reason, right? Listen twice as much as you speak.
Yep.
So that's good right there.
Absolutely. And also, and I think me and you may have talked about this before, but another thing that I've kind of led my business by, I've even kind of turned it into my personal life as well. But on the movie We Bought a Zoo, have you seen that one?
I haven't seen all of it. I know of it though.
Okay. And I don't even remember the exact quote, but he mentioned just have 20 seconds of courage or have 30 seconds of courage. I forgot the exact amount of time that he said on there.
Yeah.
But that's another thing that I've started to, I would say over the last 3 years. And over the last 3 years, I've started implementing it into my business. And then not only that, but just any awkward conversation that you need to have in your personal life or whatever, I just tell myself, have 20 seconds of courage and just do it. I tell myself that, and then I go do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you find out and you realize that, one, it wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it was going to be.
Right.
And it was so much weighing you down, whether it was an awkward conversation you knew you need to have, or whatever it is, just something that was going to make you feel uncomfortable. Just tell yourself 20 seconds of all out courage and go do it.
Yeah.
And get that, man, you will feel so much better when that's done. And not only that, I feel like, everything just escalates when you start knocking out things in your life that you need to be done. It could be, folding clothes, as simple as that. Just the little bitty things every single day. Just, hey, 20 seconds of courage, go do it, knock it out, and then it's done. And I don't know, everything operates more efficiently when I have that mindset. So there's a second piece.
Yeah, and I'll add on to that a little bit. It's like Matt, I learned this from Matt, what he would tell his kids, and I implemented it with a lot of things. I just told my wife today, what she's about to do here in the next month or so, it's not a little deal.
Right,
She's about
not
to push
deal.
out a baby, but I encouraged her, and this is what Matt's thing is like, if his kid has twisted his ankle, right, just say that. Like, hey, cool. Like, all right, you're okay. Everything's fine. He's like, what happens to pain? It goes away, right? And then you'll be on the other side of it.
Yep.
So just like your thing, 20 seconds of courage, get done what you don't want to do, or what you're like, I'm dreading it. You're spending so much time. Don't spend so much time worried about it. Do it, and then you'll be on the other side of it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I always I do it with my kids and my wife. I'm like, all right, what's it like dinner, right? Let's say it's steak and a baked potato and broccoli.
Right.
What's the least thing you want to eat? What's the last thing you want to eat? Eat that first, get it out of the way.
Right.
And then you can enjoy the rest.
Yeah,
of
that
it.
broccoli, you might want to finish that first.
Yeah, exactly. I knock it out, right?
Yeah.
So that's good little ending lessons, little advice here from our good friend here, Cody Cravens. So make sure to come check out this restaurant because it's about to be sold.
Man, I sure hope so. But if anybody's interested, did we even talk about any of the details on it?
Yeah, he's fully furnished.
Yeah,
and
fully
ready. Turnkey.
7,900 square feet, about 30,000 cars a day drive by this location. You're right across from the Seguin football stadium.
Okay.
So
come on now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Matador, or there's a lot of Matadors driving around over here.
What's the TL? A Bulldog?
A Bulldog, yeah, TLU Bulldogs.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's just down the road too. So, yeah, it's a great location. But I appreciate you having me on here, man. I always enjoy it, and I'm so grateful for the friendship that we have together and the business relationship that we have together. And I look forward to doing some more of these with you and some more deals together and just hanging out, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thanks.
Bye. Cool.
Yes, sir.